Imagine this. It's August 30, 2027, 5 p.m. You're at Crime in Madero on a date with someone you think will be the love of your life. You've been talking to her. You've put more effort into this than anything you ever done before. You've spent countless hours talking. You've shared memories. You've laughed together. And after 3 months, you finally got the date. This is it. You're sitting at the perfect table, close enough to the food, but still a nice, comfortable corner. The weather is perfect. The conversation is going great. Everything is perfect. Until two guys walk in. The first one is wearing this. Confident, perfectly dressed, and by the way, his name's Carl. And then there's this other guy who is, well, let's just say he didn't spend quite as much time getting ready. Anyway, you go back to your date. You keep talking, you laughed, everything seems fine. Until they start serving the food, and one of them starts talking to your date. They start getting along, they exchange Instagrams, and for the rest of the date, she won't stop talking about him, messaging him, laughing at his message. And who was it? Carl. Carl, if you're watching this, I'll get you back. Now, be honest. Before I told you who it was, did you already have an idea of who it might be? If that's the case, why? You don't know Carl. You don't know the other guy. You don't know anything about either of them. And yet, you probably made assumptions. That's a stereotype. And that is the interesting part. Because before I even told you who stole my date, you probably had a guess. And that raises much a bigger question. Where did that guess come from? Was it the way he dressed? The way he looked? The social class you assume he belonged to? Or maybe the images you see over and over again? If we see the same associations over and over again, how much do they actually affect the way we see real people? Well, we could give you our opinion, or we could actually ask people.
Do you think the way someone dresses or their physical appearance influences how they are treated in shopping malls, restaurants, and other places?
Yes, a lot.
Nowadays, of course it does.
Yes.
Currently, in this city, yes.
What kinds of people or roles do you think are assigned to people with light, medium, or dark skin?
Usually, dark-skinned people are excluded, often unintentionally. It used to be more noticeable, but nowadays it is not as obvious, although it still happens.
Well, those types of roles have been assigned because of history. For example, housekeeper roles have often been associated with black people, since in the past, this type of work was commonly assigned to them.
Well, only if people are racist.
Well, in Mexico, since it is not a particularly large population, they are mostly concentrated in certain cities in the south, while some are migrants here in the north. However, I believe they are viewed as unwelcome people by a large part of the population.
Have you ever changed the way you dress or speak just to avoid being judged?
No.
I think nowadays I don't, but I used to.
No.
No, not specifically to avoid being judged.
What beliefs have social media given you about what it means to be successful or attractive?
No. Social media has not given me any beliefs about that because I don't use social media as a guide for what it means to be successful or attractive.
I think it has mainly been about clothing, the way people dress, and unfortunately, skin color.
Oh, I don't know how to answer that.
Social media is not very important to me, and I'm very simple when it comes to that. But from what I can see, there is a tremendous amount of superficiality regarding appearance.
Have you ever witnessed someone being judged because of their appearance?
Yes, me.
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, throughout the country, I have seen many examples of that around the country.
What change would you like to see in the media regarding the diversity of faces and body types?
There have already been several changes. It's not necessarily that I would like to see them happen. They already have. Before, women were always shown as being extremely thin, but nowadays we are starting to see different body types, weights, sizes, and skin colors.
Nowadays, we are seeing many of those changes. For example, in fashion shows, such as Victoria's Secret, some people viewed the changes negatively, but I think it is progress because they have started including a wider variety of body types. People who are a little fuller, thinner people, and others just as there were before.
I don't know.
To begin with, it should happen naturally, and not simply be a response to social pressure regarding how people are treated.
We were asked to interview only 5 people, but we thought that's not enough. So we interview one more person. So, what did we find? Stereotypes are still around us, obviously. In the way we see people, in the way we treat him, and in the media we consume every day. After all, I still don't know who Carl really is. Maybe he's a great chill guy. Maybe that's the point. We might not be able to control the first thing we see in someone, but we can control whether it's the last thing we see. Ciao pescado.